Hey,
Hello.
this is Jeff.
Hey, Jeff. This is Phil. How are you?
Good. How you doing today?
Good, good. For a second, I thought it was Friday, so not as good as a
Oh.
second ago, but still good.
Well, it's close. One day off.
Yeah. Tomorrow I'll be happier. But no. Thanks for taking time to take
Oh
the
yeah.
call. So I'm actually working on a project.
Hmm.
Um, on just getting to learn a little bit more about gaming industry as a whole, just starting from the
Okay.
top at the highest level, kind of the business mechanics and the drivers
Hmm.
behind, what makes this industry run. Um, and then I think so you weren't as familiar with respect to kind of selecting cloud
Hmm.
providers in the video game industry, right? I think
Correct.
that's what I
But
saw.
I
Yeah.
can literally talk about. I mean, I've been in dev for over 2 decades. I can talk
Yeah.
about why the cloud is not as interesting, and kind of through each of the pieces of groupings of software. But I mean, not funny. I lecture regularly on the mechanics of the game industry, how it monetizes promotion, sales, development, production. So if there's other pieces that help you understand that, this is something I do actually a good bit, both public speaking at conferences and private consultations, as well as running my own
Okay.
game development studio. So let me know if any of that would help, because
Yeah,
I can
actually,
definitely answer
yeah,
those.
perfect. Then why don't
Mhm.
we kind of start with the industry mechanics and how things work, just at a general high
Yeah.
level, and then, we'll get
Hmm.
into the specifics of the nuances like device
Sure.
type and, whatever
Hmm.
else, right? So, okay.
So one of the big things, actually, just so I understand your background really quickly, how tech savvy are you? Just self-rated.
Uh, 7?
Okay, so fairly
Yeah.
high. I'm looking just to kind of so I make sure if I'm going too deep or too broad, let me know. And the other one is, have you done any? Just curious. Have you done any gaming in the past decade?
No, like not
Okay,
gaming dev, but playing, yeah.
or playing
Right?
games. Sorry, are you a
Yeah,
gamer?
yeah. Yeah, I'm a gamer. And
Okay,
sorry, I thought 7 was like medium. So I'm a business guy, so I'm in business
okay.
strategy, but I know enough to speak the terms
Mhm.
when it comes to kind of gaming and developing games on cloud. So I know a
Sure.
little bit,
Okay.
but not that much. Yeah.
Let me give you one other thing then to look up afterwards, which may help. So for about 5 or 6 years, I did a series of lectures at GDC, the Game Developers Conference, called Awesome Video Game Data. And I used to
Okay.
run a research company named EDAR. And I do basically 80 to 90 data slides about how the industry was working, like hard data slides, in an hour. And all of those are linked on my LinkedIn. So if you look that up, you'll find links, and those are all, because they're there, they're all publicly accessible information, and may help
Great.
you on some of the other stuff you're doing.
I'll check it out.
So
Yeah.
yeah, just throwing that out there. So the big thing when you're kind of getting into the game industry to remember is that at the end of the day, this is software development. It's software development for entertainment purposes, but everything that we're making is software. And whether it's console games or PC games or web games or mobile games or VR, AR games, it's still software development with the extra burden on top of it has to be fun. And by fun, that means the art has to be good, the game flow has to be good, the UI has to be good, the UX has to be good. You need all of the promotion and marketing to let people know it exists. So it's an industry that has a lot of different kind of verticals, all of which are needed to actually kind of get a game, make a game, promote a game, distribute a game. So the one that
Hmm.
most people are familiar with is most akin to kind of the book publishing model, which is an author would say, hey, I have a great idea for a book. They'd write a couple chapters, they'd go to a publisher. That book publisher would, if they liked it, accept them, give them an external editor, and then give them basically an advance against their future royalties as money to go live on while they wrote the rest of the book. The publisher, in the meantime, would be, having the editor watching to make sure the writer was still writing something that could be, actually sold, but they would then take care of editing the book, printing the book, distributing the book, marketing the book,